Warm up.
La 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 la.
Sibilance. Peter Piper, pick. Oh, whoa. We are rolling.
Oh, shit.
Stupid. Welcome to the You Name It podcast. You've caught us warming up for the show. My name is Jerry Taylor. I'm here with Davin Christensen.
Hola, Jerry.
That wasn't really a new one. If you're going to do new ones every week, you can't go right back to the old one.
Hola, bird fucker.
There you go, bird fucker. So many people just turned off their podcast just now. Did you hear it? It was like a resounding crash.
Click.
Of people just turning it off because you said bird fucker. People at work right now covering up their speakers. What do people do when they listen to the You Name It podcast? I know. They carve precious moments figurines out of bars of soap.
That sounds like a great thing to do.
I was trying to figure out what people would be doing. Mowing their lawn. I listen to podcasts. Podcast. I need to warm up more. I listen to podcasts while I mow my lawn. How about you?
What do I listen? Well, sometimes I'm driving and I listen to podcasts.
Do you listen to, when you mow your lawn, do you listen to Deep Purple with the lead singer Steve Purple?
Steve Purple, yeah. No, yeah. I don't.
My
lawn takes 15 minutes to mow, so I don't get into anything.
Somebody said that to me today or yesterday. You were there, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe ask Steve Purple, someone said. Yeah. People, if you don't know, we determined that the reason the old 70s rock band Deep Purple was named that is because they had a member named Steve Purple, and it was named after him. It's probably not true, but we like it.
We make up names all the time for people.
We do. There's something that we don't have a part in, but happens all the time. It's people making up names for things using their own name. Have you seen this before?
Yeah, yes, I have, actually.
And I'm not talking about my name's Jerry Taylor, and I'm a clothes stitcher. I stitch clothes because I'm a tailor. It's not that kind of shit at all. It's more like somebody who has an invention, or you come across an invention, you find out that it was named after the person's name who invented it, right?
Right, like John Crapper invented the toilet.
I don't know if that's true.
But
I've got a list, though.
Call it easy a John.
Ones. Easy ones to start with, like baby steps ones. The Heimlich maneuver, that's easy.
Yeah.
I don't even know why it's on this list. I'm on inventionland.com.
Okay.
And this is all about inventions that were named after the people that made them. I don't count Heimlich maneuver as something that should be even included. It's obviously a guy's name. It's not like someone thought, oh, you made up that brand name of Heimlich.
Yep.
It doesn't work that way. Henry Judah Heimlich. That's funny. His middle name's Judah. It's almost like Judas.
Well, we talked about Chef Boyardee being an actual chef.
That's true. So I guess you do have something there because it was Chef Boyardee was his real name. Not really Boyardee.
Right.
More of an Italian Boyardee.
Boyardee.
The Mason jar. That was John Landis Mason.
Okay, good for him.
Thanks, John. Now everybody can drink their liquor from an old fruit jar. John.
Yep.
He had a new thread design, Gavin.
Garbage cans were invented by Peter Garbage.
That's right, the famous Peter Garbage. Hello, my name is Peter Garbage. I have an invention I'd like for you to invest in. It's a place to put all of your trash, all of your unwanted things. Guess what I'd like to call it?
A garbage can.
The Garbage Can, named after me, Peter Garbage.
And his brother-in-law, John Dumpster.
Johnny Dumpster. John Dumpster. Good to see you, sir. Mind if I empty my garbage can into your dumpster?
People are tuning out right now. They go, what the fuck are these guys talking about?
Oh, we're just pretending that things were named after things that weren't. Here's one. The saxophone. That was named after... I wonder if they're just trying to add an E to his name to make it sound cool. It's Adolphe Sax. But if you just take the E off, it'd be Adolph. Adolph Sax created quite a few horn instruments during his life, but the most famous one bears his name, the saxophone.
I did
Do you
not
remember when
know
those
that.
were cool? Did you say you didn't know that?
No, I did not. And I used to play the saxophone in high school.
Well, now you know it was Adolphe. I don't know how to pronounce it with an E on it. Addy
Adolph.
Sax.
Adolph.
It was actually, Davin, it was a novelty instrument until the rise of jazz in the 20s.
Okay. So you learn
Salisbury
all kinds of stuff
steak. Oh, sorry.
You learn all kinds of stuff on the podcast, don't you?
You do. I think these are interesting. I'm hoping someone else does too. Because Salisbury steak. Yeah. I would have thought it would have been an area. You know how they... What's the other ones that people do that's named after... Like the hamburger. Like Hamburg, you know? So I would have thought Salisbury was like some place in England. But it's not. It's James Salisbury.
Oh,
Salisbury.
And that's how he liked to eat his steak.
Hello, my name is James Salisbury. I'm a 19th century doctor. I like my steak the way that children in cafeterias like to eat it. I'll call this the Salisbury steak after myself. It's a mixture of ground meats and gravy. It's not even a steak, really. Do you eat that?
Yes, sometimes. It's almost like Swedish meatballs, but flat.
Yeah, it's like a meatball, but you flatten it out and try and make it look like a steak so you can fool someone. Hey, come on over. I've got some steaks. I'm going to make them. You're going to love these things. Hang on a second. This doesn't appear to be a steak at all. It appears to be a bunch of ground meat. Who are you trying to fool me? Well, I'm James Salisbury. I'm trying to make what would that be? What is that called when you're passing them? Like the bills we talked about. Counterfeit. I'm a counterfeit steaksmith.
I've ground up some burgers. I'm going to charge you the same rate as steak.
Who do you think the graham cracker was named after?
Billy Graham?
No. Close, though. Sylvester Graham.
Sylvester.
Yeah.
Old-timey names.
Now, maybe we'll get to some good ones here, too.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
What?
Okay, so this one is named after a group of people. The jacuzzi, which is kind of funny because isn't that where multiple people can get into that thing?
Yeah, multiple people invented it, so that's cool.
Yes, the Jacuzzi brothers. That's who did that.
Jacuzzi
They're from
brothers.
Italy too. There's a lot of Italian inventions here.
They sound like people that would walk a tightrope.
They do, and yeah. Well, sadly, one of them died eating a Salisbury steak. But now we get to the dumb ones. There's always dumb shit when you look at the web pages like this, as if this is something that you needed a name for. Silhouette. A silhouette, right?
Yeah.
They had to figure out a way to name a shadow. Did we already have shadow? No, not up. It's up to Etienne de Silhouette, the French finance minister, for some reason. All right. Some stuff no one cares about, like the bowler hat. Who gives a fuck about the bowler hat? Do you even know what that is, Davin?
Nope, don't care.
It's the little round one like Chaplin wore.
Oh, okay.
You know, that's William Bowler. So why couldn't he look at this here? We have William Bowler to thank for this classic felt hat. However, we should give credit to the Earl of Leicester's younger brother, Edward Coke, for commissioning him in the first place. So what we have here is we have two guys involved in naming the bowler hat, when actually one of them should have been involved in bowling and the other one should have been involved in soft drinks.
Yep. Well, that and there's Dr. Pepper.
Is that a real guy?
It was a real doctor, yeah. I think Waco, Texas, maybe? Somewhere in
Let me see.
Texas, Dr. Pepper was invented.
Let's see. Was Dr.
Pepper, a
Pepper
real
a
doctor.
real guy?
Fact checking me again.
I am. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, Davin shows us all up. It's Charles Taylor Pepper is the namesake for the soft drink brand Dr. Pepper. I like Dr. Pepper. Do you like that one?
I do. I'm grabbing a beer. Sorry, Jerry.
Why don't you grab a pepper? I'm a pepper.
Yeah, I stepped away to grab a beer.
Here's a little tidbit of information for you listeners out there. If you really like Dr. Pepper, there's still a place that makes the original formula, and it's in Dublin, Texas. So if you go online, you can find Dublin Dr. Pepper, and it's made just like it was in the 1800s.
Well, I think Dr. Pepper was a pharmacist, actually, and he made it to give to children to have them take their medicine down easier or something like that.
Well, and this is where you're all wrong now.
Oh, okay, I'm wrong.
Because he was a physician and surgeon. But it doesn't say anything about drugging children.
Damn it. I like my story better.
I do. I like yours too. I don't have. Let's see if the thing that you talked about was right too. The crapper did.
John Crapper invent the toilet.
Crapper invent the shitter. No, I mean the toilet. Let's see what our friend Google says. Oh, you might be right about that one.
Ding, 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 ding.
Because History Channel says... Oh, wait a minute. It says in 1775, English inventor Alexander Cumming was granted the first patent for a flush toilet. His greatest invention was the S-shaped pipe below the bowl that used the creative seal so you don't smell the stink of the stink.
Okay. So that's
but in the late 19th century, a London plumbing impresario named Thomas Crapper manufactured one of the first widely successful lines of flush toilets. He didn't invent the toilet, but he did develop the ball cock, an improved tank mechanism that's used in toilets today. That's right, ball cock.
See, and I thought his name was John, not Thomas, because John would have made more sense.
Yeah, gonna go to the John, gonna go take a crap. His whole life was ruined if you think about it. You know, people started referring to taking a shit as taking a crap because of him.
Right.
So the rest of his life, he'd hear people hanging around. I gotta go take a crap. But God, I'm crap. It's me. Anyway,
Crapper.
There was some inventions right there that were named after people. That brought to you by Thomas Trombone.
Nice.
Do you have something, Davin?
Well, you wanted to bring up the shaving is a scam. I think we should do that because we keep talking about it. And
I didn't ask if you thought I had something.
Well,
I asked if you had something.
I have a little bit of a bitch from a couple weeks ago.
Do you? What is it?
Nursing homes. Nursing
homes.
Oh,
I thought you were going to yell at me.
Okay. No, nursing homes suck. No,
yeah,
my mom was in a nursing home or rehab center, and we scheduled her to move to a different nursing home, which actually she's in hospice now, but they made the appointment. They required us to have transportation.
Okay.
Because she had to travel in a wheelchair.
So they wanted you to get like a wheelchair accessible van or something like that?
Yep, for the transportation and all that, and pay God only knows what. But so they make the appointment at 10 a.m. and I show up at 9 to make sure my mom has all her stuff packed away. They won't let me in the building because of COVID.
Can't because of the vid, right? Yeah.
Yep. Obviously, they don't have their shit together because the van shows up and I'm still waiting outside. Oh, we don't have her checking out until 11 o'clock. Well, then why did you book the van at 10 o'clock, you fucking morons?
Why did you turn Southern?
You
on that
fucking
one.
morons. I don't know.
Why'd you do it for 10 o'clock, you fucking morons? What a
Yeah.
maroon. Yeah, well, it's because nearly everything that happens in the medical industry is fucked up. That's
Yep.
why you can't do anything without there being a problem. I don't think you rarely hear people walking around the world going, you know what's great? My doctor visits, my hospitals are wonderful. There's never anything wrong with my prescriptions. Everything's great. You never
Oh.
hear that shit because everything's fucked.
And the driver was pissed because he had a pickup at 11:15 in downtown Detroit, and we're in West Bloomfield, which is about 45 minutes away. And he still had to drive to Novi. So it's like, okay, these people are morons.
For
They
local
haven't-
people, don't be confused by the West Bloomfield address. Davin is not wealthy.
Mm-mm.
Although he might have wanted me to lie and say he was. But
No.
we don't lie to you here on the You Name It podcast. We're the greatest show ever. Oh, wait a minute. I just lied.
Greatest show on earth.
The greatest show on earth. So what eventually happened? Did things get worked out for your transportation issue?
Yeah, we had to drive like maniacs. My mom's strapped in the back. Yep.
You got like the van driver just breaking all the rules, right?
Yep. And he had to call his dispatch because he was the only driver working on Saturday, and they had to push the other appointment back. So this nursing home didn't only screw me over, they screwed whoever the person in Detroit was over and the driver.
Yeah, so they started a chain of events that affected everybody.
But
I
if
hate
you're
that shit.
making the fucking appointment, then make it for when the appointment actually is.
Yeah, no kidding.
Ugh.
Oops. Yeah, you need a new cable, Jerry.
Yep, you do.
Otherwise, you hear. Yeah, you can't even play it right now. Damn it! I don't know what's going on with that. It's like the thing heats up or something.
Micro
It's working
Center, Jerry.
perfectly. It's working perfect. You were there today. I should have had you buy a cable. 'Cause I don't know if I have another one.
Yeah, you should have told me to.
You need a
forgot all
stereo
about it.
mini to RCA.
That's it. Does single RCA or dual RCA?
Dual for stereo.
Oh, stereo.
I think I use it that way. I might not. I got to look at it again. I
Okay.
might actually have it going to quarter-inch stereo.
You know what? I probably have one in my toolbox here sitting behind me. I'll have to pull it out and bring it to work tomorrow.
I got one in my toolbox.
I do. I might have one.
So we don't have any news about the Bishop or Gordy. We haven't seen him this week, so we can't update you on whether or not he's enjoying his new $175 shoes.
No.
Or if, I mean, we saw Gordy this week, but we don't talk to Gordy. He just kind of stands around, and I don't even know what he's supposed to be doing.
He's
I
like
have
the
no idea.
mayor. He was wearing a sports coat this last week. He's the mayor.
But I think did we tell the people that our friend Gordy, who bums smokes from people by not even talking to him, just using gestures.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're near him, you can hear he's whispering, like, "Can I get a smoke from you?"
Yeah.
But
right.
he's very he doesn't come up and get in your face. He makes you feel bad just by staring at you.
Yep.
But he wears a sport coat now, a nice clean sport coat. So he's the mayor.
He is the mayor. Did I tell you I went to a new bar?
I don't remember you saying that. No.
No. I went out to dinner the other night, and they were like, well, it's going to be a 45-minute wait. Can we get your cell phone number, and we'll call you when your table's ready?
Yeah. Did you have to wait outside?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
That's
the
what they
bar
do,
the
yeah.
bar in the restaurant was packed. So I stepped outside to have a cigarette, looked across the street, and sure enough, there's a little dive bar across the street.
Okay.
Walked
That'll work.
in. The bartender saw that I was dressed to go to a steakhouse and kind of looked at me, and right off the bat, used little words, talk slow, and don't expect anything. Like,
That's what they said to you.
yes. And don't be a dick. I'm like,
And he said, "Don't be a dick."
and
too?
don't be a dick. Yeah, right off the bat. I'm like, I'm going to like this place.
Why, welcome to my establishment. You look well dressed. Don't forget, everyone here is stupid, and don't make fun of us. And don't expect much from us.
Yep.
Otherwise, you'll have a great time drinking our dirty martinis.
Talk slow.
Talk really slow.
And use small words. Well, they're setting
Well,
the
it's
bar high
weird that
right off the bat, you know?
they're actually doing it right, I think. They're just saying, don't expect too much. You're never going to get mad at me in this establishment because I already warned you that this place sucks.
Right.
So,
And I think they probably get a lot of people from that steakhouse, you know, that are waiting.
right.
So they can tell that you're dressed a little different than their regular crowd, you know? And they're like, they probably have to deal with a lot of pompous assholes. So don't
Did
be
they
a
say
dick
this to
right
you
off
when
the
you
bat.
walked in? Why, you look nice. You must know Gordy from downtown Detroit in his sport coat. What if you took and wore Gordy's coat? That'd be great.
I should have.
Speaking of people assuming that somebody else is stupid, like that guy wanted you to do to him.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
had
this
to
was a
tell
lady.
you, hey, wait, I'm stupid. What's that?
No, this was a lady bartender that told me this.
Oh, she claimed to be stupid.
Yep.
Okay. There are people out there that just assume that you're stupid, too. I have a couple of names here that might ring a bell for you.
Okay. Alan.
Gene Simmons probably assumed you were stupid when you drove him in a limousine.
You know, he might have.
See how I'm deftly segueing into your
a-
topic of driving people in limousines that people can enjoy the stories of?
Right. Yeah.
What was the Gene Simmons one?
It was way back when they first started touring without. They were touring kind of a double tour, where they were wearing their makeup, and then the second half of the concert they weren't.
Oh, they're trying to transition?
Right. It was right about that time when they
This is
stopped wearing their makeup.
I can imagine people wouldn't know this, but this is the band Kiss, and this guy is one of the popular. He's the bassist and sings. I wouldn't call him the leader of the band. Would he be the leader of the band, or would that be the other guy, Paul Stanley?
Oh no, he would be the leader, and he was there with Paul Stanley.
So they were in town for a show. You're saying?
They were actually in town for a Kiss convention.
Oh, okay.
But because they weren't wearing their makeup, no one really recognized them.
That's cool.
So I took them to Greektown, and they sat right in the front, had their dinner. I'm sitting right out front in a stretch limo, and people were walking by, and no one even knows who the hell they are.
I remember when I was a young lad, and before they decided to go without the makeup, there were a few pictures that were released that people caught of them. Did you see those?
Yeah.
And the only thing I could think of is these guys are ugly. Every one of these guys is ugly. I don't get. It's good thing they put the makeup on because
Yep.
otherwise they would not have a career.
So I was driving them when I was driving them back to the airport. I'm at the airport exit, and this car comes from the fast lane, 3 lanes over, and cuts us off to get off at the airport exit.
Right.
And I just slam on the brakes, and all I see in the rearview mirror is Gene Simmons' head coming towards me.
No, he was not strapped in.
He landed on his knees and on the other seat, looks up and goes, "Pull up next to that car." So I accelerated, got up next to the car. He looks over. It's an Asian woman. And he goes, "No wonder she can't fucking drive. Her eyes are only half open."
No.
Yep.
Wow. I don't know if we should have told that story. If Gene's listening, he could claim slander that he never said that. Well, you
No,
heard it, though.
He did. This was back in the day when you could call when people were racist.
You tried to tiptoe around that a little bit, didn't
yeah,
you? This
little
is
bit.
back in the day when you could. Oh, well,
Well,
when people
yeah.
acted racist more often. I drove a former celebrity that
Okay.
nobody probably even remembers. She was a correspondent. I think at the time it was like a current affair. A woman named Nancy Glass. Do you remember her?
Yes, I do remember her.
She's a 6-time Emmy Award-winning television host, according to Wikipedia here. I had to look it up here. But this was for, she looks like she's had a pretty decent career. Oh, Inside Edition.
Inside Edition. Okay.
She was
yeah.
the weekend anchor for Inside Edition. This is the first time I had to go pick anybody up at the airport, like like you had to do for you knew the rules though.
Yeah.
Somebody probably explained to you what to do.
Oh yeah.
I just got this call saying, "Can you go pick Nancy up at the airport? She's flying in at blah blah o'clock from Florida on flight so and so." I didn't know anything about it. So what I did was I went, parked the car,
Right.
went and found that flight and stood outside. Well, this is back when you can go right up to the gate. You didn't even have to have a ticket or go through security or anything, right?
Yep. We
You'd be able
referred to
to
that
walk
as a
right to that.
gate call.
Yeah. Well, there's no rules. This is just here, go pick this lady up because we're
Yep.
going to be working with her. And I stood there and I watched everybody come off of that flight, and I had no idea who she was. And I'm just going,
That's why you need a sign, Jerry.
exactly. But no one said anything to me. I'm dumb. I was like 22 years old or something. Never done it before in my life. So I'm just standing there. I start thinking, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. I have no idea who this person is. I thought maybe that they would see me waiting and say, "Are you waiting for me?" Because I'm dumb, right?
Yep.
Well, finally, I walked up to this woman who was wearing ripped up blue jeans and a T-shirt and didn't look anything like. I looked at a picture before I picked her up, though, but didn't look anything like the picture. Looked like she's going to Gene Simmons' show.
Right.
And she was pissed off because I couldn't, made her late or whatever.
Yep.
So we got a late start. Here's how it was fixed. After the whole shoot was over, we went out and shot the whole day, whatever it was we were doing. I can't even remember at this point. So many dumb broadcast shoots. She worked too long and was blaming it on me because I picked her up late. "Man, now I'm going to miss my flight home." And I'm like, "No, you're not." I took the company vehicle, and I drove her back to the airport at like 90 miles an hour the entire way. And she wasn't freaked out at all. She was actually enjoying the whole thing. And she's like, "That's great that you would do that." And so I redeemed myself. And she actually called the office and said, "Don't worry about it. He got me there on time and everything's great." So I didn't get in big trouble for that.
Oh, that's cool.
But I broke some laws.
Yep. No, I had with the signs though. There's we used to drive a lot of celebrities, and some of them would travel with aliases.
Yes. Yeah. They just like when someone checks into a hotel, they would use a fake name in case anybody's calling, trying to find out if they're there, right?
Yep. And a lot of them, it was specific details. Like, I was picking up Bernie Shaky, and the sign had to read "Be Shaky."
Be shaky.
Guess who B Shaky is?
Be shaky. Nah, I don't know.
Neil Young.
No way.
Yep.
I wonder why he wanted to be shaky.
He actually, I think he's produced a couple of his albums under that name.
Maybe we should look that up.
Look that one up.
Is that Bernie? You said Bernie Shaky?
Mm-hmm. And he is one of the only people that sat in the front of the limousine with me.
This is even better here.
Okay.
They have him listed as Bernard Shaky.
Oh, Bernard.
Yeah. The Bernard Shaky film retrospective, Neil Young on screen.
There you go.
So Neil Young, one of folk and rock's most respected artists, Neil Young, under the pseudonym Bernard Shaky, has also been making films for over 4 decades. So that's his pseudonym for filmmaking.
Okay.
So maybe he was in town to do that work.
No, I took him to the Lionel Train headquarters up by
that
Mount
was
Clemens.
important.
Well, no, he super nice guy. He was with his lawyer. His lawyer sat in the back of the limo. He sat in the front, and he's got an autistic son, and he invented, speaking of inventions, a voice-controlled engine for trains because he's an avid train collector, and his son's autistic, and he wanted to share a hobby with his son. And a lot of people know that backstage he'll build trains and have his big train set up backstage so he can. That's what he does to relax. Well, he was
Huh.
going to Lionel to try to sell them on the patent for this voice activated engine. And he ended up investing in Lionel trains while he was there. And his lawyer came out and said, Neil's going to need you to go get some papers. And I said, well, what kind of papers does he want? USA Today, Wall Street Journal? No, he's going to need some zigzags.
Oh. Well, he is a rock star. That's what they do.
Yep. Rolled one and burned one on the way to the airport after
In the old
signing a
days,
deal
we'd
with
have
Lionel.
to be worried about all that, but like at the time that happened, you'd have to be worried about that. But now it's all legal. Never
Yep.
thought that would happen, right?
So Bernie Shaky burning one in the front seat of the limousine with his lawyer in the back seat.
With his lawyer, giving you the stink eye.
Yeah, the stink limo.
Would you get in trouble bringing the limo back smelling like that, or did they expect it?
My boss pretty much knew because of our clientele. I mean, there were things that
Yeah.
would happen back there that we wouldn't allow to happen to certain customers, but other customers, it was forgiven, you know?
Yeah, like him.
Correct.
That's what I mean. Like, if you had to drive like some teenagers to prom and they blew it up with a bunch of weed, then you might get in trouble for letting them do it, right?
Right.
But if it's Bernard Shaky, everything's A-OK for Bernie.
Exactly. Yeah, he's allowed to do whatever the fuck he wants. He's a
I don't want to
legend.
burn out this whole topic, so to speak.
Okay,
But
next.
you do have a lot of good stories about these people. But I don't know if we want to talk about shaving. Now shaving isn't even all that fantastic in my mind. I like your stories better. Let's just go through the shaving real quick. Davin,
Okay.
do you shave your face with a razor blade?
Yes, I do.
I bet you that for most of your adult life, you'd have to buy disposable razors, and you probably started to notice that it was a lot of money,
Yeah. Well,
which
I
is
buy.
silly.
I use that Gillette Fusion 5-blade.
Yes.
And then I buy the blades at Costco in bulk.
Right.
And it's like when you have to buy them, it's like, holy shit, I'm spending $50 on 15 blades or whatever it is. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. As I got a little bit older, I started getting pissed off at the whole the shaving thing, because I would buy the same thing. I would use that Fusion one too with the 5 blades.
Yep.
And I would realize that one blade that I put on there wouldn't even last 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
It just burns out. And when you're buying those blades at like $9 a pop or something, it just pisses you off. No, maybe it's not 9. I don't know what it is. You're doing Costco. How many did they give you for that cost?
I think it's like 15 for like $50.
Let's see what it says on the Google.
$45, something like that.
4-blade cartridges. These are all 20. How do I find? Hang on a second. I'll click shopping. Oh, okay. So
Alexa, how
4 of
much
them-
is?
you think she would know?
I don't know. Try it.
All right, let's try that. Alexa, how much are Fusion 5 razor blade refills?
Amazon's choice is Persona Easy Fit 5 Blade Fusion Refill Cartridges 12 count Persona Easy Fit Fusion 5 Razor Blade Refills. It's $19.95.
For 5 blades.
Yeah. This shows 4 blades for 14 or $15 at Target.
Okay.
So really, it's under $5 a piece, but still way too close to $5 a piece.
Yep.
So I get pissed off because I feel like I'm spending way too much money and they don't work that well. Sure, you get a nice clean shave, everyone, but it's going to cost me $1.50 per shave at that point, probably, because they wear out.
Right.
I got mad, and I went back to the olden days, Davin.
Okay.
I went online. I went to a place. Here, we'll give them a plug. ClassicShaving.com.
Okay.
And I found what's called a safety razor. You see, in the history of shaving, they started off with those rocks and we don't need all that.
Do you
You know,
need the
you've
leather
seen-
strap to?
You've seen the leather strappy one. That's called a straight razor.
Okay.
Then somebody invented, whoever it is, probably Mark Safety, probably invented that. Invented the safety razor, and it's got like the oval-looking razor blade that you pop in the top of it. You know,
Okay.
you twist the bottom of it, flips open. You can put a single razor blade in there, but it's on both sides. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Dual-sided, but it's just one blade. So I went on there and I bought blades, and I bought the safety razor, and then I bought a brush. Which
Oh,
is a badger fur brush.
you're going the old time
Yeah,
bergamot.
and some shaving. Sometimes they call it shaving soap. But
Have
it's
you tried the
basically
bergamot soap?
Oh yeah, I've tried everything. I've been doing this for years now because I realized that I spent probably $50 on that safety razor, and then so far in the last 10 years, I've spent about $15 on razor blades.
You are frugal.
So it's not about that. It's about being pissed off at the way that they've trained all of us to believe that you need to go buy these blades when the same shit they used in 1931 works just fine.
Yep.
And I use one of their single blades,
And I bet
and
you don't
it'll
even
last
have
a week. Huh?
you don't even have a vibrating handle.
No, because all of that is bullshit. There's nothing going on with that stuff besides wasting all your money. There's money flying out of your fucking pockets when you're shaving.
Yep.
But you could be like me, and you could spend $15. I think it was about $12 for 100 blades or something like that.
Oh, nice. Do you still use your head blade?
Oh, I do. And the weird thing about the head blade, though, I don't know why this happens. So if I shave my face with those razors, they burn out. With the head blade system, it doesn't. I can use the same blade for a month and a half even.
Yeah.
They don't go. They do not go bad with the head hair. It's just the beard hair gets them.
It just
So-
always blew me away the fact that the head blade looks like a little snowplow.
Or snowmobile.
Yep.
Yeah. But this is why shaving is a scam. Because you shouldn't have to. What is the rate on those like clubs they do too?
Oh, yeah.
You know, where they send them to you?
Dollar Shave Club.
Yeah, Dollar Shave Club. Is that one
what-
of them? Let's see.
Yeah, it's what, $1 the first time you frickin' order, and then it probably jacks the rates up. And they automatically send you blades every fucking couple weeks.
Yeah, that's their whole bit.
It's like
That's-
Publishers Clearinghouse CDs or whatever the hell it was. Remember you used to join the CD club and you'd get like, oh shit, I forgot to pick my picks this month. Now I got all this crap.
Right.
Was it Publishers Clearinghouse? No, Columbia House. That
Columbia
was what-
House Music is what that was. This is too complicated. They have to, before they even give you a price, you have to do a whole big bit here.
Survey.
Like,
How often do you
your
shave?
face, blah, blah, blah. Harry's Shave Club. Maybe that's
Okay.
one to look at. Price, $2 or less per cartridge. Yeah.
And is Harry the inventor of Harry's Shave Club? Because that makes
Yes.
sense.
It is. I don't even have to look that up. I already know.
Okay.
Because it's named Harry's Shave Club, damn it.
Okay.
So, yeah, Harry was the one who invented the Harry's Shave Club.
Okay.
Anyway, $2 a piece for that. So that's still like $2 every 4 days. Let's give them 4 days on a shave.
Okay.
It's a lot of money.
Oh, my 5-blade ones last about 2 weeks.
It's like Netflix. You're paying Netflix to shave your face. Shaving is a scam. Don't do it. I wonder what... I don't think I have my history. Well, maybe I will. Maybe I'll look at the history to see how much my last order of blades were. Don't you think?
Yeah, do you get that on a regular website or do you get that through Amazon?
Amazon. The first ones I bought were I would say they were a little more expensive. Oh yeah, here we go. It was way different than I thought. Astra Platinum Double Edge Safety Razor Blades, 100 count, $6.99.
For 100.
for 100, and that shit lasts me years of shaving. So there you go. I spend $7 every. I think I've only bought these twice. So let's say I've been doing it for 10 years. So it costs me less than $1 a year to shave right now.
Can you get those in your carry-on bag at the airport?
No. In fact, I lost a whole razor itself. I had a little travel razor. It was shorter and you collapse. You could take it apart and pack it away.
Right.
Well, I had to take it with me, and I was dumb, and I checked luggage on the way to the place, and then on the way back, I was going to carry on, and I forgot about it. So when I got to security, they were like, "What are you doing? You can't have these razor blades and the razor itself." They made me throw away the razor itself, even though it had no blade in it.
The handle and everything? That's bullshit.
Yeah, well, I know it was bullshit, but what are you going to do? Argue with them and miss your flight?
Because now he's shaving with that at home and thanking you.
Yeah, probably.
It's like
Yes.
it's like getting pulled over by a cop and getting your weed confiscated. That weed is not getting turned in. That cop is going to burn one later.
Later? Like right around the corner.
Exactly.
All right, people, you've learned something new about shaving now. It's a full-on scam, and if you're like me, you can shave for $1 a year. Fuck you, Harry's Dollar Shave Club. I'm the real Dollar Shave Club.
Yep.
Join my club, people. Look it up, classicshaving.com, and buy some blades on Amazon, and you'll be happy that your life has changed that way. It's not like it's a shitty shave either.
Yeah.
It's not like you're shaving and then you're all, it doesn't work. I still feel like the bleh. No, it works exactly the same way. You're just not fooled by fancy 5 blades. We know a guy, Davin.
Yeah.
Maybe you know a guy like this. There's a guy up north where my dad lives in Michigan, in northern Michigan, and they all call him cheap because he does a couple of things with his razors, his Bic razors. He blow dries them after he uses them.
Okay.
Because he says that they'll rust and they'll last longer if you blow dry them. I don't know how stainless steel is rusting, but
yeah, it's true.
He's doing that. He gets made fun of for that. And I believe he actually tries to sharpen the blades using matchbook, the striking surface on a matchbook.
That is
like
cheap.
With the old, yeah, and he tries to keep the blades sharp by doing that.
Wow.
How about you just spend $1 a year like I do instead of all that work?
That guy sounds like he eats food out of a can with a fork or a spoon.
Nah, he's from a different generation. He has a wife that he probably batters around and makes cook for him.
There you go.
Get in there and make me a sandwich. I'm trying to sharpen my Bic blades.
Yeah. At some point in life, yeah, maybe that's your entertainment for the week. You know?
Yeah, it could be. You're so bored with regular life. That's the thing. One of the topics I had written down was, what's retirement? What retirement is like? And what is the high point of your day? And that's exactly what it was. Remember what we were talking about, Davin, before was like talking about my dad's friends who are retired, and I see them on Facebook, and it's like, I found this really beautiful gardenia flower. And I'm like, yeah, I'm retired. High point of my day is when I found a flower.
Fucking morons.
I'm freaking toiling away at work like a normal person. And that's the big thing. So here's the other high point of your day, too. I'm sharpening my Bic blades. I can't wait till Wednesday when I sharpen my Bic blades with a matchbook cover.
Maybe later I'll actually hand sharpen my lawnmower blade, too.
I might do that. Possibly, if I get crazy, I'll turn the police scanner on in the background.
Maybe call some owls on the porch later tonight.
He's going to call some owls.
Hoo-hoo.
Bird fucker.
Yep.
That went all the way back to the very beginning of the show, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
That's the thing. Oh, and we're over.
We are. That went quick.
Yeah. We're at 44 minutes. I'll leave in the warm-up just so people can hear how staged and ridiculous it was.
How stupid we are.
So, episode 177, shaving is a scam. You've just
There you
heard
go.
that. Next week, we're going to tell some more celebrity stories. I have to figure out why I wrote down Ted Nugent because I can't remember which would be the interesting story. Oh, okay. I got some stuff. But
So-
Davin's still going to tell us about Oprah and Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So we can tune in next week for that. Don't forget that you can contact us at younameitpodcast@gmail.com. We also have a Facebook presence. You could comment on whatever platform if they allow you to do it. But please rate the show and share it with your friends. That would be nice.
Pop a wheelie, guys.
I interrupted you. Say it again.
Pop a wheelie, guys.